disturbing to me of someone who's like very clearly mentally ill, who's like suffering from psychosis or delusions or whatever. And because we all have access to the internet, they can go online and they can make TikToks, like whatever. But it's the way that people consume it and treat it as entertainment, and thereby creates this like it's what's the term I'm looking for? It's like a feedback loop. And so this woman feels encouraged by this, right? And so it's encouraging her to like keep doing this. Permission structure. It's the consuming this as if it is something where a serious thing that we shouldn't be laughing at is not occurring here. So people are like, OMG, she's so crazy. Like, yes, this like, but not in a like, oh, let's dunk on her and make fun of her. This is an unwell person. She calls her chat GPT Henry. It's just and it's all over the internet because it's just one of those things that's easily consumable, that a lot of people have the same reaction to. And she also has Claude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like watching someone in the throes of mental illness. I don't. And I just, I don't know. Can I say I think she's faking? I mean, you can think whatever you want. If she were to be faking this whole thing, like, okay, that's really fucked up. And also, I think she is still not right in the head if she fakes this whole thing for social media. Either way, I think this woman is not well. This woman is not well. And like, I don't want to be encouraging her, people like this, to keep going, to like, oh yeah, this is great, you know, keep making more TikToks, go live, look at how popular you are. Some people talk about this like it's the I would hope that people wouldn't that they would be like mature and not be consuming my mental illness that I'm putting on TikTok as like this fun thing. I was considering reacting to this on stream, but you're bringing up some great points here, so thank you. Yeah, I mean, when I talked about it a couple days ago, I didn't know what it was. I was like, I have seen people talking about this. Is this like a TikTok thing? And then I watched a short explainer. I was like, okay, it seems as if this woman is like mentally ill, that she's suffering from delusions, that she has AI, you know, also AI psychosis. And I was like, I think that's about it. You know? Thank you for this. People are monetizing this woman's psychosis. Like, if you cared, you would try and help her not post videos about her. Yeah, and it's, you know what, I'm basically just saying this as like a gentle reminder, and you can listen to me and be like, no, you suck, you're no fun, boo. I just want to give a gentle reminder and be like, hey, we should be always mindful in how we're consuming things online, and recognize like when something maybe isn't this fun thing, isn't a thing that like we should all just be laughing about, getting our dunks in, that kind of thing. You know, because you also like, oh, hi, did you come over to say hi to mama? Come here.
He's trying to avoid a bat.
Oh, is that why you ran over? went over like that to me in a while is because
Word come down.
He
Word
come down.
He a dead man.
Oh shit, Dragon Army.
We got a dead man walking.
I was like, wait, why did Dragon Army give me 10 subs? Well,
Man walking.
he's a dead man walking. Word come down that there's a stinky boy. There's a stinky boy who needs a bath. That is so freaking funny that he ran in here, and I thought it was because, oh great, he spilled my Celsius on my keyboard. It'll probably explode in flames. I thought he was really excited to see his mama, but it's just because he was seeking refuge. The way I panicked when Farley's paws got close to the towel. You know, if I get banned today, it's okay because I'm going to be gone for the next couple days. I am going to be gone for the next couple days, so that's how it goes. I'll just be like, well, now the internet has seen all of Will Neff. Imagine going through psychosis. You do the work to better yourself and come out of psychosis. It's just online forever. I know the whole like the internet is forever is a scary thing. So anyway, yeah, I just wanted to give a gentle reminder, you know, just being more mindful about stuff, right? And I get too that like sometimes we just don't think about it. I've been there. I've been there where like I react, I watch something, I'm like, haha, that's really funny. And then I think a little bit more about it. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe I don't need to be consuming this as entertainment. Micah, thank you for the 25 months. I suffered from delusions at one point and thought people on the internet were talking about me and I lost my shit. I can't imagine if I had posted something on the internet, people were actually talking about it. Like, can you imagine if you had made 18 TikToks, if you like were doing TikTok lives and that it caught on? So like people were having fun with it, but then you like misinterpreted this as whatever. I mean, when someone is experiencing mental illness, like a crisis, you can't say what's happening in their brains, right? In their minds. I didn't even like when people made Gabby Hanna's crisis a whole thing and she was already famous. Yeah, and like I know Gabby, like that was kind of before my time. I listened to the You're Wrong About episode about that, and I know that Gabby had done some things that were problematic and not good. But yeah, there is just kind of, I don't know. It's like on the one hand, we'll talk about how we need to be more aware.
The archive channel is 500K views on your Jubilee reaction. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Okay, maybe they are cooking me a little bit. Holy fuck. This is a bot channel, man. It's crazy that a fucking edited AI bot channel. Oh my God, they've already... Hassan's incredible interview with NPR. This Kamala Harris book makes no sense. Check their lives. Clankers.
They charge Americans in the next 60 days. In a series of letters sent yesterday, the president told companies to offer the full portfolio of their drugs to Medicaid patients at the same prices paid abroad. This is what's known as most favored nation rule. Trump also told drug makers to guarantee that Medicare, Medicaid,
Fuck did I marry lady, but she had a story to tell of this insane sadistic man who lied about his life. This lady, on the other hand, is going through something mental, and that's why she has all these parts and how she's saying wild things. She's clearly unwell. And look, okay, I want to make a difference between like seeing something, going, hey, what is this? You know, what's this thing that everyone's talking about? Like, why is this on my For You page? Why is this popping up everywhere? And then being like, make the popcorn. I'm seated. Let's treat this like it's a TV show for our entertainment. And something, it's just, that doesn't feel right to me. I don't think that's something to encourage, you know? It doesn't need to be a debate if she's faking or not. Just scroll past. Yeah, there's like a lot of, there's so much on the internet, right? There's like a lot of things to consume and talk about and have fun with. And I just like I don't think this is that. And I think too, I don't know, we just still kind of are really problematic when it comes to mental health and people who are experiencing mental health issues. Yeah, like go watch Weapons. There's good movies. Movies are so back. So back. And I get that she's going on TikTok. I understand. This isn't somebody who's recording her and then putting it online. That's a whole other thing. We've talked about that a lot. I know that she is making these TikToks herself. She's going live. But I think there's like a responsibility to not to not play our part in like encouraging this and not consuming it as just like pure entertainment. You know, like I just kind of think about myself. If I suddenly was experiencing something like delusions or psychosis or whatever, I have undiagnosed mental illness, and I go online and I'm just making like all these wild videos. I guess I would hope that in regards to mental health and like empathy and all that stuff. And then I think we kind of forget that when it comes to something that's like on the surface seems funny on TikTok. You know? Like I remember one time I dated this guy in college, and I was about to go to I was about to go to study abroad. And before I left, like I remember being in the airport and I was on Twitter and I saw that he had been retweeting like hundreds of tweets, so random, like anything from McDonald's to Disney to like random everything on Twitter. I mean, it was really bizarre. And I recognized, I was like, something is going on here because this does not seem right. And so I started making some calls. And anyway, so what ended up happening was he had undiagnosed schizophrenia, and it just like I guess it had not manifested itself or not in that severe of a way, but it started with the Twitter, and then I guess like he was calling people, texting people, and it was like really bizarre ramblings, and then it got to a really bad point that his friends were trying to call his parents and get him help, and that was a whole thing. But I just think about like had TikTok been a thing, you know, I think about that guy I dated where, yeah, maybe he would have gone on and made a bunch of videos and people would have been like, this guy is fucking crazy, haha. He was like running around campus and doing things that, like, if you didn't know he was experiencing a mental health crisis, would have looked funny. And anyway, he ended up getting the help that he needed. But I just, there's a lot of times I think, man, like, thank God that we weren't living in a surveillance panopticon back then. There's a lot of instances in my own life where I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine if someone had put that of me on social media. And again, I know she made these videos herself, but yeah. Just like, think y'all, if not even you, if that were your mom, pops, etc., would you be okay with just being content, bro? That's why when I saw her pop up on my YouTube, I just skipped the videos. Yeah. Anyway, I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point. It's just, you know, you can just move on by. If you see something, you're like, what is this? What's everyone talking about? Just always thinking about what things are. Sorry, I have something in my eyeball. Yeah. And I think living in a content world now, you know, where we kind of look at everything as content. Like, even if you're not a content creator, we are content brained. I think just spending this much time on the internet, you know, always consuming stuff, we have this very contentified brain. And I think it's something that if your brain is super content focused, you can lose the ability to kind of just to kind of like be thoughtful about stuff. Alrighty, how much time do I? What is it? 6:17. Okay, let's talk about the Gina Carano lawsuit. Gina Carano lawsuit. Okay. All right. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of tweets lately. Oh. Wait. He looks so sad. I love how sad he looks. Just a sad little man. Dragon, thank you for another 5 gifted subs. No. Oh, you guys weren't looking at the dog? What the dog doing? Yeah, Farley was there if you didn't see him. I thought we were all looking at the dog. I guess not. I guess not. I don't know why the delayed subler sound always makes me laugh. Nobody looking at that damn rat. Okay. All right. Anyway. Anywho, I keep going. Do we have permission to be parasocial with Farley? Yeah. Cause I think he's He's the greatest thing in the world. Nobody looking at that damn rabbit. Ain't nobody looking at that damn napkin. No, he does look like a rat when he's just had a shower. That's so true. he looks like a drowned rat. Why isn't he responding to your messages? You thought you were friends? 'Cause he's kind of a jerk that way. If I ever see you and Will in the wild, I'm only going to act starstruck to him and barely say hi to you. I hope you understand. You mean Farley. Did I ever tell you guys the story when someone recognized when I was with Farley in the airport, and I think maybe Will was there too. Somebody recognized Farley and they were like, "Oh my God, Farley." And then they were like, "Oh my God, Will." And then nothing for me. Nothing for me. There's also there are a lot of times that I will be with Will and someone will recognize him and be like, "Oh my God, man, I love you. You're the best, blah, blah, blah." And he's like, "Oh, you want to take a picture?" And they're like, "Yes." And then they'll turn to me and be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, could you take a picture of us?" It's like so many times. "Excuse me, miss. Ma'am, what's your name?" I'm like, Hassan Piker. That's my name. I'm a don't give men attention kind of gal, so I'd only be talking to Caroline. Will can take our pick. You know what? I love that. I need that. Please. Please. And the next time, if you're out there and you see us, please just go up to me. Please. And then turn to him and be like, "What's your name?" "Are you Caroline from Women?" "Yeah, I'm Caroline from Women." And nobody even knows it. Nobody even knows it. My dream is to who Megalol, Will, and Ludwig. Well, if you go to TwitchCon, you'd have an opportunity. I will ignore Will for you. Thank you, Just okay. Yeah, walk up to me and be like, "Oh my God, are you Caroline Kwan from Women?" And I'll say, "Yes, it's me." And then you turn to Will and be like, "Do you know who this is? This is Caroline Kwan from Women." This is Caroline Kwan from Women. Okay, so anyway, let me cover this. So I'll be ignoring Will, but I'll wear a shirt that says "Whole Now" in the back. You're like, "I'm sorry, I don't know who you are." And you walk away, and on the back of your shirt, it says "Whole Now." So I feel like I see this tweet all the time now that is along the lines of, "I miss woke." And on the one hand, it makes me laugh because this idea of woke being like a person, being like a tangible thing. I miss woke. Like, wow, we didn't know how good we had it when we had her. And now she's gone and we miss her. R.I.P. Be the woke you wish to see in the world. Are we going to share a meet and greet booth this year? I do think so. Yeah. Neither of us want to do it alone. So we're like, if we do one, let's just do it together again. So RIP woke. But yeah, there is this like sentiment now. Can you believe that we've lived through like in our lifetime, we've lived through the rise of woke, the everybody hates woke, and now we're in the post woke, the we miss woke. We miss woke. We should have appreciated her while she was here, and now she's gone, and it's causing us to do some reflection. But yeah, this sentiment that when we were maybe not just doing Nazi shit all over the timeline, maybe we weren't shitting on wokeness and doing all our jokes and whatnot. And now we're at a point where things are steadily worsening. It's pretty terrible, you know? Like I just frequently will see posts that are super duper Nazi like, and they have 200,000 likes. I mean, I'm sure a lot of that is botted. And then, you know, stuff like this where it's like, we all remember when Gina Carano did not return for The Mandalorian. Also, the other thing that's so stupid about this, her brother Wake is devastated at the loss. Twins, Wake and Woke. The thing that is so stupid is, do you remember when Gina Carano got cast and you had hogs who were pissed off because she's a big muscular woman, and so they were being gross and misogynistic towards her? And then when she started really spewing her vile political views, and then they were like, oh wait, hell yeah. And then she was fired from The Mandalorian. And then of course that was like a rallying cry for the right. And now here we are, and Disney has settled with Gina. I do not know what I don't know what amount of money they settled on, but it certainly was to her favor. And also, she's a bad actress. Like she's just a bad actress too. She shouldn't have even been cast in the first place because she's not good. She's really not good. Shit sucks all around. It's like the exact opposite of men calling you ugly when you reject them. Yeah, so Gina Carano and Disney have settled their legal dispute that's been going on for 4 years. This was after Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian. And a Lucasfilm spokesperson said in a statement provided to Variety, the Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues in her pending lawsuit against the companies. Ms. Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff, and she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. I'm sorry, she worked hard to perfect her craft? The craft was never there. The craft was never there, just for the record. You can't perfect a craft when the craft is not there. Is the craft in the room with us? Because I don't see it. And then treating her colleagues with kindness and respect. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future. But also, like, why? Let me say, I don't think Disney will actually work with Gina Carano because she's not good, and they don't have to. Like, they're not legally required to work with Gina Carano. I think that's just part of the statement here. I think that's lip service. So she was fired after sharing several controversial social media posts, including one that compared being a Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust. Remember that one? Nighthawk, thank you for 7 months. She compared being a Republican to being Jewish during the Holocaust. She was also dropped as a client by UTA at the time. In 2024, Carano filed suit in California federal court alleging wrongful termination and discrimination, as well as a demand that the court should force Lucasfilm to cast her again and pay at least $75,000 in punitive damages. Disney's lawyers filed a motion in April 2024 to throw out the lawsuit, arguing that it had a First Amendment right to fire the actor, stating that it has a constitutional right not to associate its artistic expression with Carano's speech. And do you remember who got involved here was Elon Musk, which I think, yeah, they have down below. Carano fired back in a post on X, writing, Disney has confirmed what's been known all along. They will fire you if you say anything they disagree with, even if they have to misrepresent, malign, and mischaracterize you to do it. They are now on record letting everyone who works for them know that Disney will take any chance they get to control what you say, what you think, or they will attempt to destroy your career. Glad we cleared that up. The First Amendment does not allow Disney to wantonly discriminate, which is what they have done in my case and frankly have now admitted they did. If you ever wanted to know what today's Disney's values are, they just told you. But if they bring her back into Mandalorian, I will boycott Mandalorian. Boycotting Mandalorian too, just even on the basis of like her being a shit actor. Carano's lawsuit was funded by Elon Musk, the owner of X, as well as the CEO of Tesla Motors and SpaceX. Musk declared in 2023 that he would pay legal bills for people who had been fired for their posts on the social media platform. Carano wrote on X on Thursday morning, and the truth shall set you free. So I want to be clear that this lawsuit settling is happening because of the current environment. There has absolutely been a shift towards appeasing right-wing power, towards bending the knee to Donald Trump. We saw Paramount settle that stupid lawsuit for $16 million. We have seen companies, private companies, who do not legally have to get rid of diversity initiatives because of Donald Trump's executive orders, who have declared that they are going to they're getting rid of DEI, that they're going to essentially like regress on the supposed progress that they had pledged themselves to. And so this absolutely is indicative of the current environment that we are in and the current political environment they're in. Later that day, Carano posted a longer statement reacting to the statement on X, writing, I've come to an agreement with Disney and Lucasfilm, which I